Hello and welcome. This video provides an example of a phishing email that appears to come from TurboTax. Before we take a look at the email, let's take a moment to think about some general items that you should be looking out for during tax season. Remember, tax season is often phishing season. Cybercriminals often use this time as an opportunity to target individuals with phishing emails related to preparing and filing taxes. They will often impersonate the IRS and commonly use tax preparation services via email, text messages, and phone calls. You should carefully examine any tax-themed communications you receive from these organizations and report anything that looks suspicious. Now, let's take a look at the email to highlight some of the issues. The first indication that this email isn't genuine is the sender's information. While at first glance it appears to come from TurboTax, the sender's domain, which is the part of the email address after the @ is not turbotax.intuit.com, which is the TurboTax domain. This is a red flag that should warn you this might be a scam. If you are in doubt, always check the domain first. If you are receiving an unsolicited non-work or school-related email to your work or school email address, you should consider whether the email is credible. You can also stay up to date on scams by searching on the internet. Last year, the IRS warned about impersonation scams that targeted educational institutions. Scammers often run the same scam for many years in a row, so be on the lookout. There are additional details in the email that also indicate that it isn't genuine. The offer presented in this email is for 40% off. This is a significant discount that is probably too good to be true. Another indication that the email may be fraudulent is it encourages you to act quickly. Including an urgent call to action is a common tactic in phishing schemes. The goal is to create stress and make you act without thinking. When you receive a suspicious message, you should consider whether it is even credible. If not, it is almost certainly a phishing attempt. You should also take the time to examine the links in the email and compare them with the sender's known websites. To find this information, you can do a quick internet search. In this instance, a search for TurboTax reveals the official web address for TurboTax differs from the address in the message. Further examination of the links in the message highlights another issue. They both use an HTTP rather than an HTTPS prefix. This is a small but important distinction. The S in HTTPS means secure and indicates that the website uses encryption for sending and receiving data. This designation also requires the website owner has verified that they are who they claim to be. When browsing the web, you should always look for the S and the lock icon in your browser's navigation bar so that you know you are browsing securely. If you receive a suspicious email, you should report it using the Phish Alarm tool. You can learn how to raise the Phish alarm using the QR code or link on your screen. Remember, you should carefully examine any unsolicited or suspicious communications and report anything that doesn't look right. When you receive emails, you should always make sure you stop and think before you connect. For additional information, please visit our CyberSmart page. Thank you for watching.